hitching rides along the highway from whoever I can. Gotta stop someplace, somewhere, and put some leather on my shoes. They're the only pair that get me there, any horizon that I choose. My coat will keep me warm. I've got no woman's love to call my own. I saw you lying there, a cast off from another man. So I picked you up, took you home, and home is on my back. Is my song. Lonely hobo lullaby gets me along. My shoes, my coat, my jeans, and anything else I own. We're a family without a tree, no roots to hold us down.
This is something us thru-hikers love to see. Coming down the trail, usually after you cross the road, and you see a cooler. And then you see a bag. This one has bananas, donuts, keeper stuff. My favorite Coca-Cola. You open it up. There's Cokes and Gatorade and ice, and it's cold. This is called trail magic. I think it should be called trail blessings, but it's called trail magic. And it was right on time too, because I was getting low on water and I was cutting down the trail about another 3/10 of a mile to hopefully get some water. And boom, there it was. It's times like this. Nice. Usually don't see trail magic in Shenandoah National Park, but this is a good deal. I'm going to sit down and I've already slammed a couple of Gatorades, but don't tell anybody. And I'm going to enjoy my Coca-Cola. Don't really want any donuts, but I think I'll put a banana or two down. Thanks.
So my name's Duct Tape. I'm from Long Island, New York. I got on the trail at Springer March 10th. So I've been out here almost going on 3.5 months now.
And you were telling me how much you enjoyed One-Way Ministries?
Yeah, no, in Damascus it was like probably one of the chillest spots I've stopped at. People were extremely nice. They were helping everyone that came through the door, and they also had a bunch of great snacks, iPads you could use if you need to get on the internet, and they were just, it was refreshing to see in the town, because everything else, you know, costs whatever it does.
Here's your water bottle.
You guys didn't run away, are you?
I think they are.
I said I can't remember Damascus.
I haven't been doing it since March. I've only been out here about 5 days.
Well,
I joined on with Duct Tape. It's my boyfriend from New York. And it's a wonderful experience.
Have you got a trail name yet?
Nah.
Not really.
I'm calling
They've
her
been
like
starting to call me
oatmeal or Heads Up. She brought like 30 packets of oatmeal.
Apparently I brought a little too much with me, but I've been sharing with everybody, and
that's cool.
they're trying to call me that, so it's all good.
My water bottle.
I'm Jeff. Started at Amicola Falls March 10th.
can't.
Having a good time.
I used to
Right.
clipped on my
Damascus
waist
was
with a
great.
can there.
Hot Springs was great.
Cool.
Hopefully I make
get-
it by October 15th.
I'm gonna get your
Oh,
trail
yeah.
name by then.
Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, they closed Mount Katahdin October 15th, so everybody tries to get there before then.
Yes.
And you, sir? I see you're driving.
I just parked here for a day hike up to the rocks up there and ran across these guys.
Let's see, it's Monday morning, June 24th, Shenandoah National Park. I have passed the 900-mile mark somewhere here on the trail. 900 miles, and that's something. Hoping for another nice day. Had a good time last night. The shelter, making more friends. The people, the hikers, thru-hikers that are out here now are pretty much the real deal. They'll be here to stay. Good folks, good times. Great adventure. So how many bears have I seen? I've seen 2 bears, 4 snakes, bunch of rabbits, 2 turtles. I don't count deer. Seen way too many of those. I love this life. I'm at one of the camp stores in Shenandoah. Went in to get a Coca-Cola and some chips. Nice way to take a break. You know, I hadn't thought about it, but you know, I passed Big Meadows earlier. Well, they have like a nice bar there, and of course that's out of my budget for this month, but I am now realizing that most of the people I've been hanging with at camp every night are probably there, because the shelter is, there's only 5 of us here. But no big deal, there's a lot more nights on the AT. Man, how do people do this without hiking poles? Fuck. Sorry. I have to bleep that out. You hear the thunder? Took kind of a short day today, 16 miles. Which I know you're saying, this is my friends back in Damascus. You're saying, wow, 16 miles. But by now, 16 miles is kind of a short day. Funny how these things work. There's a saying that says, as long as you always have pain out here, but as long as it moves to different places, you're all right. But when it stays somewhere, you're in trouble. Well, I've had this problem with my right heel now, really ever since I left Damascus. And it has finally healed up and not bothering me, but the very same day that the right heel wasn't bothering me anymore, my left ankle feels like the oncoming of shin splints. And I've had those once, and I do not want that again. So I thought I'd just kind of take a short day today, try to go a little easier. But I will stop and rest up if I think I'm getting a shin splint in my left shin, because that will take you right off the trail. Anyway, I'm just chilling in the tent for now. It's a little early, about 4:30 maybe. People start coming in a little later, I'll go socialize. Maybe we'll get a musician with an instrument here and get some good Appalachian thru-hiker music. This Shenandoah weirds me out a little bit because the animals here, they don't act normal. You know, yes, deer won't run away, and you know, it's because they've had no hunting here for like 75 years and all the tourists. So I'm a little more bear wise and watching than I normally would be. I've stayed at this area before. This is the Pass Mountain Shelter. the view from my tent, but I do remember seeing a bear cub last time I stayed here, I think 3 years ago, when I crawled out of my tent in the morning, and I was like, oh crap, you don't want to see a bear cub because that means some others around somewhere. But yeah, I don't think it'll be no problem. But I'll be glad to just get on out of Shenandoah, I think. Front Royal's coming up, not tomorrow, but the next day. Well, this is Tuesday night's Campfire, June 25th. So far it's just me and a southbound section hiker here, but I imagine some more people will show up. Sit out here at the picnic table. If I stay in my tent, I'd just fall asleep, and then I wouldn't be sleeping tonight. But you don't want to hear all that, do you? When he comes back, I want to tell a joke. You know, I did the math today, and counting it as 100 days, which would take me up to October 1st. I closed Katahdin October 15th. If I hiked every day, I'd have to average 12 miles a day to get there. Now, I'm going to need some zeros in there, so say 10 days of zero gives me like about 5 days to get there before it's closed. But I can do better than 12 miles a day. But I have got to start moving along. And no more 2 days in town thing. Alright, here's a campfire joke. Man goes into a bar, sits down, he gets a drink. Beautiful woman comes up to him and says, for $200, I'll do anything you can describe in 3 words or less. So the man looks at the woman, and she's really hot. So he pulls out $200 and says, paint my house. Paint my house. You thought that was going to be dirty, didn't you?